What is going on, you guys? Let me adjust that camera. Okay, now we can actually see. Yeah, you guys are getting a ground shot there. What's going on? How you guys doing? Welcome to the MS Gym. My name is Trevor Wicken. I am the creator of the MS Gym, and I'm super happy to have you here this morning. If you're new into the MS Gym, I just want to let you know that you are in the right place. This is a place where we do exercises to help you manage your MS symptoms. This is the place where we teach you how to move so that it works around the damage in your body. This is the place where your exercise, your MS movement practice will help you restore your balance, your strength, your coordination, and your ability to live your life better and more functionally confident in what you're doing. So today we're finishing up this series on getting off the floor, okay? So we've been doing exercises all week, Monday through today, on different exercises that we need, from removing spasticity to adding mobility to showing you different ways to get on and off the floor, and strengthening our core, both in the shoulder blades, the abdominals, and the butts, okay, your glutes, that help you get off the floor. Okay, so tomorrow morning we will put this kind of all together in a workout series for the exercises that will help you get off the floor, and then it's off, man. Then you're off working, you're doing your thing, and you're working on practicing on getting on and off the floor, okay? So today what we're working on, we're going to work on some glutes and a little bit of core stuff as well. It's kind of all combined. There's some pretty glute intensive stuff, but this stuff's all core stability, okay? But first, I had a question in the Facebook group yesterday from Jenny, and she asked a really good question. She's like, can you please cover what to do for spasticity if we fall? Because a lot of times if we fall down, the body goes rigid and everything just locks up, and what do? We're not going to have a roller or a ball or something like that when we fall down. And so my answer to that is, you're right. Like, you're not going to have implements or tools to help you, but you got these tools right here, okay? And so you got to kind of figure out where, my answer is, you got to kind of figure out where you're spastic first, and then you have to go from there. So if you fall, right, and your leg goes spastic, and let's say your back is spastic and you're just stuck, right, you're going to have to figure out what the strategies are for falling. Now, typically with falling, when someone hits the ground, if you go down on your hand, if you go down face down, or you fall on your butt, you're going to have a lot of probably spasticity in the legs, because the legs are going to lock to try to stabilize your hips, and then you're probably going to have a lot of spasticity in the spine as well, okay? So what I would do, okay, if I was on the ground, so two scenarios here. If I was on the ground and I fell, all right, so I'm like, I fell down. So well, first thing you want to do is just stay calm and figure out, well, okay, what's spastic right now? I'm going to try to pick this leg up. Oh, that's pretty spastic and locked in. And I'm going to try to sit up. Oh, my back is rigid, okay? So that's probably the two scenarios that you're going to hit, are your legs are going to be locked in, or your spine or your diaphragm are going to be locked in. Because when you fall, the wind gets knocked out of you a lot. So it's kind of that feeling, and you can get that diaphragm kind of messed up, okay? So what I would do first, regardless, is I would roll to your side, okay, this way, and I actually would take whatever your good hand is, and I would work on releasing your diaphragm, and then work on releasing your erector spinae muscles, or your QLs back here. Because if your spine and your core is locked up, you're not going to be able to do anything, okay? So what you want to do is you just want to relax, and I actually would just get right under those ribs, okay? Find the ribs, and then you're going to kind of work your way up, okay? And you're going to find those spots that are just kind of not great, okay? Hopefully both your hands work decent, because you want to get these decent. If you can, all right, if you can get on your back, you can also do a diaphragm release on your back, which is really good because everything kind of chills out, okay? So you're going to sit here, you're going to relax, and you're just going to breathe, okay? The biggest thing with spasticity is if you breathe deeply, a lot of times, it'll calm down that nervous system and that freak out from falling. So you just want to release this diaphragm, okay, to get your breathing back and get your core back. Because if your diaphragm goes into spasm, the rest of your core won't work. So you want to chill out that diaphragm and let it relax. Okay? Then what I would do is literally sit here and take like 3 really big breaths. As you breathe out, try to pull your abdominals down so you activate your deep core. Okay? So it's breathe in and breathe out, pull the belly button out. And this leg may still be out here. I don't know. It may be both legs out here, which doesn't matter, but still breathe. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Okay? So you got this portion rocked in, and let's say your legs are super duper spastic still. What I would do is I would then get your fist under your back right here. Okay? So you're going to get your fist under your back, and you're just going to kind of work on, with your fist, you're going up and down like this. We're going to work on releasing your erector spinae, okay? And this is even good for today's workout. Like, regardless of whether we're training you what to do when you fall, it's always good to get these erector muscles good. So I'm basically having my hand on the ground, and I'm working this way into my spine, okay? So I'm right here, and I'm just kind of working that, okay? Because your back will freak out if you fall down. It will go into a pretty deep spasm, okay? So you're going to go that one side, okay? And then you're going to help, and you're going to get to the other side and get in on there, okay? So you're going to get in on those erector muscles and just work that. Oh, that's tight today. Right there. And just let that chill out, okay? All right, so now let's say your legs are super spastic. As much as you can, you're going to have to try to sit up because you're going to have to try to release these quads, and you can't do it from down here. So I would roll to your better side as much as you can, okay? So I would roll over to your better side, kind of just, and that's why we worked on these rollover exercises on Monday, so that your core gets, once you release that and your core gets back activated, I would do the best you can to kind of pull up on your pant leg like this, and then as much as you can, even if you're kind of stuck, if you can get that leg to turn, that's kind of where you want to be, all right? So even if your legs are kind of locked out like this, then you can kind of get that arm up, pop the arm up this way, all right? Work your way up, even if your legs, even if I have to drag my legs like this and I'm stuck, we get up, and at least you can get sitting up like this. Find a way and if you can find a wall to lean up against, that's awesome, okay? So you can find a wall to lean against, and then you're going to work those quads, okay? So you're just going to get in as much as you can with both fists, and you're going to work through those quads, because those are what are going to lock down. It's probably going to be your back, and it's probably going to be your hip flexors, okay? So that includes hip flexor up in the joint here, and then also your quads coming down this way. Okay? So you're going to rock through those quads. Let those kind of chill out, especially this vastus medialis right here. If you can get in there, even lean forward a little bit, get in there with that fist and release it, it's going to help you a ton. So we're going to go through this way, kind of get in that big old circle. Just like that. Okay? And then let's go to the other side. So we're going to go right through those quads. Okay, and this is just good practice anyway. I mean, while you're just kind of sitting in bed doing this, I mean, we've gone over quad releases and stuff, but use as much surface area as possible. Like, your fingers can get really tired, so like make your hands into a rolling pin, right? So you're just kind of rolling down, and if you do this for, 3-4 minutes and really work on like the vastus medialis, that quad, all that kind of stuff, it will chill out. All right, your legs are not locked, and it's not like you broke something or whatever. They will chill out, and you may want to just kind of grab underneath and kind of start to bend it a little bit, just up and down. Kind of just let that body, tell that body like, hey man, we're okay. If you can, get down and like work on these calves. Try to work on as much of the calf as you can, as flexible as you can be. Try to work your way down the low leg, right? So we're going to work our way down the low leg here, because these are going to be in spasm too, okay? So we're going to work on that calf, and we're going to work on that posterior tibialis, which is underneath the calf, and that soleus, Okay, and then again, I would probably start just trying to move your leg a little bit, okay? Tell the brain, like, we're okay, man. We fell, but we're okay. And we're just going to passively move that leg up and down. And then we get over to this one. Okay, we get over to this one and we chill that out. Find some spasticity points over there. Once we get there, then we just start moving this up and down a little bit as well, okay? We want to keep those legs out of extension so they don't go back into spasticity. So you kind of move these legs up and down, okay? And then honestly, if you can, here's an adductor stretch. You can kind of pull those legs apart however far you can, and then you just lean forward, okay? So that'll start to stretch out this adductor, and it will start to stretch out some of your adductor magnus, which gets locked up, okay? So even you want to use that spasticity to your advantage, is that you're just going to lean forward this way. That'll stretch out your back, okay? So we're going to put you into flexion instead of being locked into extension. So it's going to stretch out your back. It's also going to stretch out here, and you may want to just lean to the side this way to stretch out your spine. This will get some of your hamstrings and your groin. And then we're going to go this way. And you don't want to stay in these stretches for a super duper long time. Okay, you're just going to hold it for about 5 seconds. And then you're going to come back over. Okay, again, these can be part of your daily practice as well. Okay, you don't need to be, this isn't like emergency mode where you only do these when you fall. So these are great exercises for you guys to do in your bed, on the floor, whatever, all day. All right, so you can work on your spasticity first, and then you can work on these stretches and get your body loose and happy again. Cool? All right, nice. So at that point, if you can, I mean, you can kind of pull those toes back and forth as much you can. I mean, whatever it's going to be, however your body works. So you can pull those toes back and forth, get those ankles moving again, okay? Doing this. So again, if you fall and this stuff's all locked up, you can do this, or this can be part of your movement practice. See, look at this stretch right now. I got this adductor stretch, I got my spine stretching, and then when I come back, I got my toe stretching and my hamstring. So this is kind of a triple whammy stretch, okay? So we're going through here and feeling good. Cool? All right, so that, Jenny, and the rest of you guys, that is kind of how we release that spasticity and get through that. Okay, so let's go through 3 exercises really quick, not really quick, but let's go through 3 exercises that's going to help strengthen your glutes and your core, all right? So number 1 is we're going to go into the hip bridge. Now we did this the other day, but it's that important that we're going to do it twice. So what I want is you to lie flat on your back. I want you to pull your abs down. I want you to tip your pelvis back and lock your shoulder blades. Now, what I want is for you to put your legs a little wider, and then you're going to lift up from your booty. So you're right here, tip that pelvis back, and all you're going to do is lift up nice and slow. You're not arching your back, you're just moving your hips. Okie doke? Okay, here we go. So abs in, pelvic tilt, and let's go up. So it's a 1, 2, 3. Back down. 2, 2, 3. You're lifting from your butt. Avoid pushing into your feet. Avoid pushing into your neck. Okay? Up. 3, 2, 3. And relax. And up. 4, 2, 3. And relax. If you have a problem where your legs fall to the inside, you can also kind of hold your legs apart up here, okay, as you do this, okay? Because I do want those legs out so you work your glute fibers. 2, 3, relax. And if your knees still keep kissing, really focus on stretching out those adductors. 6, 2, 3, back down. 7, 2, 3, back down. Hold those abs in, you guys. Here we go. 8, 2, 3, back down. 9, 2, 3, back down. Last one. 10, 2, 3, and back down. Good job. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is a little bit of a core and upper body exercise. So roll to your side, And then what we're going to do is we're just going to practice going from this coming up on our arm, okay? So I want, if you like put your good arm down, if you got a better arm, and you're going to kind of be reaching up like this. Now, your abs are going to be in, your legs are going to be stacked, you still need a pelvic tilt. So you still want to pull your shoulder blades down. So even though we're going to kind of push ourselves up with one arm, if you lock BGB in, you're going to be stronger, all right? So go through your checkpoints. So put your feet together like we're going to do a clamshell. Abs are in, pelvic tilt back. Okay, shoulder blades are down to relax. And then first move you're going to do, you got to pull those abs in tight. You're going to use these muscles to kind of lift up, and then you're going to slide this arm kind of down. Okay, if you can use your other arm, do it, but we're going to come up this way. So now what you're going to do, your abs are in, and you're going to come up again, and then we're kind of going to lock into this shoulder blade and this up this side, this oblique. And then you're going to come up again and push yourself away from the floor, and then you're going to come up again, and then you're going to kind of pop to your hand and come up. Now, abs are in, blades are down. You can use your other hand or your fist if you need to. Walk yourself back down gently. Don't just fall. Try to control yourself. That's called an eccentric contraction. If you can control yourself coming to the floor, guess what? You're going to be able to pull yourself up better, and it's also going to give you, you're going to fall better. If you fall, you're not going to get as injured. It's not just going to be a whap. You're going to be able to control your body as you come down. All right, number 2, abs in, okay, blades down, and pop it up. 1, 2, take your time, abs are in, 3, hand up, 4, and 5, and then back down. So try to take between 4 and 5 shifts, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Abs are in, blades are down, and we go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're stable, okay? You can turn over on hands and knees now. Back down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Abs are in, blades are down, pelvic tilt. And up. 1. Abs are in, pelvic tilt. 2. Abs are in, pelvic tilt. 3. Abs are in, pelvic tilt. 4. Abs are in, pelvic tilt. 5. Okay? All right. Now, what I want you to do is come down slow again. So abs are in, pelvic tilt. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, you can either roll over or you can switch directions, and you can kind of flip around on the floor, which is what I'm going to do, okay? All right, so we're here, okay? So same jam. Now, this arm, if this arm's just not functional, this is going to be pretty tough. You may only be able to kind of get up like that, and that might be about it, okay? You might not even be able to get this hand down. So just do the best you can on your non-good arm. If you have a decent arm, then do the same thing. But use your good arm now to help you push into the floor. Now here's the thing you need to think about. When you use this arm to push into the floor, you don't want to have this elbow forward. You want to have your blade locked so that you're close to your body using your tricep. You're not using your rotator cuff and tear it. Okay? So you're going to be right here on the floor. Abs are in. Pelvic tilt. Okay? And same jam. So it's 1. Okay? 2. Now, if this arm isn't that great or this hand isn't that great, you might just get to right here, hold this for the rest of the set while I say 3, 4, 5, and then we'll come back down, okay? So 3, 4, and 5. Abs are in, blades are down. Now, use this arm, okay, to help you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's like 4 to 5, depending on where you're at, okay? Abs are in, pelvic tilt, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Abs are in, pelvic tilt, back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Abs are in, pelvic tilt. 1. Okay? Abs are in, pelvic tilt. 2. Abs are in, pelvic tilt. 3. Abs are in, pelvic tilt. 4. Abs are in, pelvic tilt. 5. So that's what you want to get back up to. Okay? And then you come back down. So 1, back down, abs in, pelvic tilt. 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Okay, cool. So you've got, now what I want you to do now is I want you to get to your tum-tum, okay? So you can either come all the way back up, turn around on hands and knees and go down, or just turn over, okay? So when you turn over on your stomach, what you're going to do is you're going to take this leg, kick it over the top so you're kind of here, and then kind of put your forearm down and kind of get that other arm underneath you, okay, like this, okay? All right, so what we're doing now is we're going to do what's called a tall kneel, okay? So in order to get in that position, okay, we are going to get up on hands and knees. So I want abs are in, okay, get your elbows underneath you into mini cobra, butt tight, gut tight. Now pull your abs up and shift your hips back. So it's up and we're walking, okay? So we're going to be about right there. So you've got two ways to do this. If you have if you're more stable on your forearms, do it that way. If you're more stable on your hands, do it this way. Your feet can be underneath you. It's not a big deal. What we're doing here is we're walking ourselves back and then going into what's called a tall kneeling position. So we're here, abs are in. We're going to walk our hands back to about right there. Now watch this. Now here's level 1 is you take your hands and you walk up. The goal is to take those hips and push them forward. So you get in this tall kneeling position. So this exercise works on hip extension. So this is a great exercise to help you stand, okay, without it being in standing position. So this will help hip extension without you having to stand all the way up. So, but we're always going to start here. So level 1 is walk back, and if you're on forearms, you can kind of shift your forearms back, and then you can kind of move yourself up and use just your one good hand to stand up. So you see how I did that? So you walk back, okay, and then they'll say this is my good hand. I can get to here and then come up. But the goal is going to be to kind of come from this position and then try to pull those abs in and come all the way up that way. So you can either walk yourself up your legs or you can go right from quadruped, abs are in, shift that butt back a little bit, and then stand straight up. Okay, so let's do 8 of those. Okay, ready? So you're going to start in quadruped, walk your hands back a little bit. Now, either walk your hands up your legs or abs are in and you go straight up with your hips. That's 1. Abs are in, come back down slow. So when you come back down, you push your butt back, come back down and walk back out. So get into quadruped plank, walk yourself back, and then up. 2, 2, and back down slow. Walk your hands out. Walk your hands back. Either walk yourself up or push those, and you want to squeeze that butt. So imagine there's a magic marker in between your cheeks. Squeeze that butt, pull those abs in. Woo-hoo, Michael Jackson. Okay? Back down. Walk your hands out. Find that core. Walk your hands back in. Shoot your butt back. Abs are in. 5. Good. Back down. Walk it out. Walk it back in. Abs are in. Shoot that butt back. And 6. Good. Hands down. Walk out. Okay, abs are in. Walk back. Abs are in. 7. Open up. Get to butts, guts, blades. Back down. Abs are out. Abs are in. Walk back. And up. 8, 2, and 3. Okay? So, that's how you start working on standing, you guys. So if you're kind of in that weird position where you're like, I don't really know how to stand out of my chair, it's hard for me when I'm all the way up, shorten the lever. Okay? So we're taking off this much of that lever, so you're just working on hip extension. This is an amazing exercise to do. You can even do this like on a bed, is that you slide, you can do this way, so you can slide and then push your butt forward. Okay? So you have all kinds of balance right here. Slide and come forward. So if you're really having a hard time getting off the floor, do this. Okay? So slide forward on a coffee table, a chair, a couch, a bed, whatever, and then come back up. So this helps you get your hips underneath you, because that's what you need when you go from this point to this point. How do you stand? Boom. Okay? So you've got to get those hips forward. Coolio? All right. So just a quick review. We've done this all week, but for those of you that haven't been here, I want to address it. So yesterday we talked about doing this in our bed. You can also do this with a wheelie walker against the wall if you are able. Okay? Now, I'm about 215 pounds, and I was using my walker. Yes, I have more body control than a lot of you. Yes, I'm a trained professional, so I know what to do and how to do this, and I've been practicing this for years. But a wheelie walker against the wall, if you don't have access to like this, is a good thing. Like I would practice on your bed first and get stable of getting up, and then maybe move your wheelie walker in your room and work on it, okay? Because it may tip, but like if you have it set up against something, it probably won't, right? So if you have a corner where you have a wall on this side and a wall on this side, so if I put my wheelie walker right here, that's pretty stable because it's against the wall here and against the wall here, so you can use it that way. Anyway, there's a lot of scenarios. So on your bed, what you're going to do, you're going to lean forward in that bed. Abs are in. Now, like we talked about yesterday, if you need a strap or you need something to help you, what you're going to do is you're going to kind of turn to the side. You're going to grab your good leg, okay, the better leg, and you're going to pull that up and watch my upper body. I'm going to try to rotate up. So I rotate up, rotate up, rotate up. So my more affected leg is back here. My stronger leg is here. Then I'm going to lean diagonally into my mattress, okay? And then I'm going to get up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive through this butt. I'm going to pull my gut in. My blades are going to be down and set. I'm going to be looking down so I can get my core activation. Get those hands nice and wide. You don't want them together. You want them wide. Okay, lean forward on your elbows, get into your blades, abs are in, push from that butt. Okay, that's one, abs are in, and then come back down. That's the exercise. So if you have a hard time getting this leg up, once you get it up there using a strap or a tie or a belt or something, just stay there and then just work on coming up and then coming back down. You may only get 1 or 2 or 3, and that's fine. You only need 1 a day to get better. Now, if you feel pretty comfortable, if you can kind of get this leg up with a little bit of help, then add this in. So you go from knee down, okay, work on pulling that leg up and really using that core, using that hip flexor to get that leg up, then get set, then push up, okay? So you would do reps where you would kind of get that leg back again, get set, do it again, lean, work yourself up, lock it in, butts, guts, blades. So really focus on the blades, get everything set, boom, and come back down. So let me show you something real quick. If I'm up like this and I'm all shrugged up, if my shoulders are all shrugged, it's a lot harder to get up because your body's wanting to go that way, okay? If I pull my shoulder blades down, so if I blade it and I pull my shoulder blades down, my body is pushing down into my glute, I can get up way easier. So that was easier even for me. So when I'm up like this, it's like, I don't know what to do. But when my shoulder blades are packed down, abs are in, okay, it's easier to pop up like that. Okay? Makes sense? Cool. So you guys, those are a couple more exercises that you can do to work on and off the floor. Now tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this together in a series or in a circuit, and we're going to do that all in a row. So we're going to remove spasticity, then we're going to go through all of our stuff on the floor / bed, and then we're going to work on getting off the floor. Got it? All right, so if you guys like this video, go ahead and like it. If you want to comment, comments away, and we will rock it out. Just to let you guys know, Misty and I are in a pretty intensive business training seminar for the next 2 days with our buddy Ken Allen. So we are not going to be in the Facebook groups as much here and there, okay? We've got things to do. We've got things to rock. We're going to be super focused on getting all of the 2018 goals set up for the MS Gym, for this organization, for this community, and for this business so that we can keep going and we can keep giving back to you guys and putting on awesome events and giving you fun gifts and putting on webinars and seminars and all kinds of stuff. So lots of great stuff coming up, but we're going to be pretty occupied today. So if you don't hear a lot from us this weekend, that's why. Okay, so my moderators are fully aware of it. They will be in the house helping you guys out, directing you to the right resources. If you have not gotten your free MS exercise guide, go to exercisewithms.com. So one of my moderators, throw this up when you see that. And I want you to work on the core strengthening series, okay? If you combine the chair core strengthening series with this series, it's pretty powerful stuff, okay? So that's kind of what I want you guys to work on. If you guys are super interested in the membership, which has a sitting strong program, I'm working on one that's a transition program between sitting and standing. And then we have the movement camps, and we have all the coaching and all the communities and everything. Get in that membership. I've actually had people in the membership tell me that they've been doing this series with us, and they're doing their sitting strong stuff in the membership, and they're like, I'm popping up off the floor like I've never have before. Like, this is so cool. It's like my body just knows how to just lift. So once you get that core stronger, and then you work on like activity-specific exercises like we're doing here, man, the world opens up for you, okay? So again, that's exercisewithms.com is your free guides, and themsgym.com is the page that gets you into the membership, where you just need to go in, register. It's like $1 or less a day, and it literally is changing people's lives all over the place. So, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you. You guys rocked it this week. I know this is some tough stuff for your brain and for your body, but I know you can do it. You're my strong warriors. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow as we rock through this entire circuit. Okay? So, have a good day. Bye.